Welcome again to Walker Tea Review. I'm Jason Walker. Thank you for coming back. Today we're going to look at the white tea from a UK tea company. It is the Canton Tea Company. We have a YinZhen or silver needle. So we're going to go ahead, get some in here, ready to go. You know, people are often asking me, why do you do this review? Well, not everyone has an opportunity to go to a local tea house and experience and taste a wide variety of teas. So this is a way to introduce teas, different kinds of teas, and how the teas compare by company. And that's our goal, is to help everyone have a little better understanding of what teas are out there, what's available, especially online. You can be taking a chance if you are purchasing tea for the first time. Online, that is. Let's get a little bit of background here. We're talking about Canton Tea Company's white tea. It's an YinZhen or silver needle. Information on their website tells us that you can get a 40-gram package, which is about 1.40 ounces. UK price that is listed is £8.99, or that's about $13.50 US. Recommended preparation water temperature 75 degrees Celsius converts to 167 degrees Fahrenheit or so. Because it is a white tea, white teas generally are more delicate. Again, prefer that lower temperature. By the way, this one is listed as an organic tea, so if you want that extra comfort of knowing that there are few to no chemicals, pesticides involved in this, that's something that you may want to be informed of. While we're waiting for this to kind of steep a little bit longer, perhaps you have seen these kinds of cups, maybe you haven't. We're going to talk about how these are some of the more traditional Chinese style. You have a larger, and this is actually a smelling cup, and this is the actual cup that's used for tasting. An interesting note about the tasting cup: the Chinese character for taste also gets spread out. The same character is used for possessions sometimes, but anyway, the character is 3 squares, one on top, a square and then 2 squares on the bottom, and the square is symbolically representative of the mouth, an opening, and there have been ties that would suggest that just as the traditional tasting, let me add some in here before I forget. Yeah, the traditional concept of tasting teas involved smaller cups and 3 sips, and hence the 3 mouths for the Chinese character for taste. There were associations drawn from that. So let's go ahead. First we'll show you how to use this one, because this one is a little more interesting. As you have the cup, this one is used for smelling. You fill it up first. You let it kind of warm up. Place your other cup on top as a cap, so you've got a nice mushroom look there. Quickly flip it over. Now you want to kind of lean it and twist it, because there's a vacuum there and you want to be able to let it out slowly so it doesn't slosh. Then you're able to smell from this cup. Okay, and taste the tea from this one. Tasting is a process of enjoyment. Now let's talk a little bit about white needle and what we would expect. As they are delicate, we have kind of some of the white tea elements to it. We expect a little bit of a kind of a starchy element. They can have a kind of a texture of, I don't know, like a cool cucumber element. You can get faint floral, red clover type elements that you often have. Delicate in comparison to, say, your greens, your oolongs, or your blacks. Even delicate especially delicate Of course, it's delicate to a red, but delicate to a white. So, or delicate to a green, I should say. So, having tripped over all of that, let's go ahead, give this a taste, and share our comments as well. I'm going to use this cone as well. So I'm not going to do the three full associations because I want to slurp this and get a little more taste out of it. Yeah, now, again, this one on this tasting and in previous tastings off camera, we did have that, that kind of a starchy feel to the mouth. I associate it with like damp cloth or damp paper feel. So it's got a sense of astringency, but very light, not too heavy, not overpowering. The body is a little more towards the watery side compared to others, so it doesn't have a full, smooth sensation over the whole mouth and palate. It does have a bit of the red clover. What else do we talk about? It is a downy looking tip, so the dry leaf is what it should look like. I should have mentioned that before. I'm not going to zoom in and really talk about the leaf. There is an element that is associated with these that it has with white teas and silver needles also. Have a kind of a toasty bread element, and yes, you can get this kind of texture, sensation, or taste with toasted white bread, and that comes out as well. So the cucumber is a little faint, and the body could have a little more punch or smooth roundedness to it. So, considering everything that we've presented here, I would encourage you to experiment with a tasting cup set like this if you haven't before. It can be an aid, especially to smelling teas with the small cup here. So this was Canton Tea's YinZhen or Silver Needle. We said it £8.99. We gave it a score of 83 because of we were hoping for a fuller profile to this tea. I'm Jason Walker, and this is Walker Tea Review.